Hello friends, thank you for joining today. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're new, I invite you to watch till the end. And if you find value, consider subscribing for more content like this. Today we are going to talk on the topic water walking faith, based on the experience of Peter walking on water. The first lesson is the importance of focusing on Jesus. The second lesson is the danger of turning one's focus away from Jesus. The third lesson is the ever-present help of Jesus to anyone who calls on him for help. Let's begin with lesson 1. Peter, even with that short moment of water walking faith, played a significant role in helping us see what we are truly capable of if we have faith in Jesus. In fact, Peter was the only man who walked on water apart from Jesus himself. And we want to thank Peter for demonstrating the power that one can have through our faith in Jesus. Though the water walking faith was short-lived for that particular experience, we learned that it was not based on who and what Peter is, but it was purely based on his faith in Jesus alone that made him experience the water walking moment. The second lesson is the danger of turning one's focus away from Jesus. We see that very clearly from the experience of Peter. That moment when he began sinking was the literal example of how our faith can be shaken by many things that goes on around us. In the case of Peter, he began sinking the moment he shifted his focus from Jesus to the things around him. And even in our lives, the distractions, the doubts and the fears can take our focus off of Jesus and let us pay attention to those things. And if we continue dwelling on that, it will finally lead us to a place of defeat. And so this experience of Peter is a clear reminder for us to show us the danger of turning or taking our focus away from Jesus. And so it's reminding us to continue fixing our eyes on Jesus, because he is the only means to help us stand firm in our faith, regardless of whatever things goes on around in our life. And the third lesson is the ever-present help of Jesus to anyone who calls on him for help. Well, there are times when we might experience that sinking moment in our life. When we do that, or if we ever come across such experience in our life, despite our best attempt to remain focused on God and to never experience defeat and sinking moment in our life, it is important for us to remember to not panic, because God is not far away from us. We see that from Peter's experience. When he experienced that moment of defeat and sinking, that sinking moment, he cried out to Jesus to save him. And Jesus immediately responded to his cry for help, and he was saved from sinking. Through this short message, in the form of 3 lessons from the experience of Peter, I want to encourage all of us to practice living a life of faith as much as we can on a daily basis, because a life of faith is a life that is pleasing to God, as we see in Hebrews 11:6, that without faith it is impossible to please God, which clearly tells us that we really need to have faith, live a life of faith in order to please God. So may God help us all in this pursuit of living a life of faith. I thank you so much for staying with me till the end. And as always, I really appreciate you taking out your precious time to watch this video. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.